You are not special. Bad decisions lead to bad outcomes. David Jaffe with beststockstrategy.com, and I want to reiterate a very important point that if you make bad decisions and you take unnecessary risks, then that will oftentimes lead to bad outcomes. The way that this happens and the way that this applies to trading is I frequently see students trade too many contracts and trade way too often. Trade small, trade often is one of Tastytrade's core mottos. And while I definitely agree that it's important to trade small, the trade often is something that I vehemently disagree with. I think that this is a really poor advice that Tastytrade doles out and recommends to their viewers by telling them to trade often. The reality is that not all trade opportunities are created the same. If you have an opportunity that you perceive to be an A or an A+ opportunity, you should allocate more of your capital to that opportunity than you should to a trade that you only perceive as like a C+ or a B-. Now, Tastytrade is going to tell you that you should sort these trades based upon implied volatility because your perception of market mispricings and whether something is oversold or overbought is incorrect. But my experience, and I make a few thousand trades every single year, and my returns are substantially better than Tastytrade while also reducing and mitigating any drawdowns. My returns show that when you're patient and extremely disciplined, you're able to mitigate and reduce your risk while at the same time substantially improving your returns. Because you should never enter a trade with the belief or with the desire to ever manage or roll that position. And that's what frequently happens when people enter straddles or strangles or iron condors, or they sell iron butterflies on ETFs. Typically speaking, you should never enter a trade with the goal or the intention of later managing that trade, because 98% of the people who trade options are not full-time options traders. They're working, they're hustling, they're doing real estate, they're working a 9-to-5 job, or they're working 9 to 8. Nobody wants to be in a situation where they make a trade and only to have to manage and roll that position a few days later. Rolling and managing challenge positions is extremely stressful, and it also takes up a lot of your time. So it's very time consuming. So make sure that in this type of advice applies to everything that you do in life. You should never take too much risk, and you should never make bad decisions, because bad decisions lead to bad outcomes. You are not special. If you take too much risk, if you try to make quick and easy money, if you try to cheat the system, you're only going to end up cheating yourself. So again, make sure that you make good decisions, because if you make bad decisions, it leads to bad outcomes. David Jaffe with beststockstrategy.com. You can go to beststockstrategy.com and enter in your email address and receive over $400 worth of free training materials. If you have any questions, let me know. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I read every single comment, so please leave a comment below. You can also click that little bell, and I appreciate your attention.